Hello, today I want to go through Wavedata Live and a few secrets that you might not have spotted. It's specifically intended for experts, this little video. So let's go in. I'm using the browser Opera, but it doesn't matter which browser you use for Wavedata Live. So let's log in. I'm logging in as a trial user, so I should see exactly what you see. So let's start at the beginning. Some of the things you might not know about. Let's start with the supplier link here and talk about reimbursement price to start with. Down here we've got drug tariffs. So if I click on next underneath that, it will give me a list. It gives me the list of the drug tariffs for England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and it gives me the number of lines in each, so the amount of data we've got in each. But you've also got some dressings and appliance reimbursement prices in there, and you've got the specials as well with different countries and different dates. And then down at the bottom you've got the concession products. So by opening one of those up, you'll see what's on concession at the moment. For example, we've got 24th of February. I'm making this video at the beginning of March. So let's go back. So I'm going to use the little browser bar below the wave here rather than the back arrow. So go back to supplier here and click on L for list prices. Let's go down one. There we go. So if I look at that, it only has one entry, but that shows us that we've got 9,000 lines of brand list prices, reimbursement prices for the UK. So if we go back to the beginning, so that's that. The next section to look at is the analysis section. There's some bits and bobs in here that can be very useful. So we've got molecules that you can look at the averages for, dressings, but the open group can be very useful on occasion. So in here, in the drop down, we've got category A, category C, category M. You've also got S7S for Scotland, you've got the specials there, and what each of those would show you is not the actual reimbursement prices or the drug tariff prices, but the actual average max min traded retail prices. You've also got NCSO here, so let's open that up for a second because I know it's short and it won't take long to run. So here we go. So we've got the average, lowest and highest prices for each of these different lines. So we've got England, Scotland, PI and so on. So let's filter that out and just say we're just going to look at England. We're just going to look at the most recent month, which is March at the moment. And customer type, let's just look at pharmacy. So you've now got a breakdown, one line for each product, and you've got the download button. So you could put it into Excel and analyze that. Or if you wanted to drill in and find out more about where that average is coming from and which companies are charging those prices, you can click that. And one other thing you might not know is if you ever come across a company in any of the reports in here that's listed in this kind of blue, it's a hyperlink. If you click it and you've allowed pop-ups, it'll actually tell you where they're based. Okay, so back to the beginning, back to the menu page. There are two other reports here. One's called shortages and the second one's called short dated deals. Let's go into the shortages one for a second. So this report tells you how often a product has been listed as in limited availability. So by clicking these little arrows, you can rank the reports in various ways. So if I click that arrow, it puts the highest number of availability problems at the top there. So if I click on trajector here, it will then tell us which companies have got availability problems just at the moment. So Lexon and Animed say they've got availability problems. If you were selling a trajector and you had stock, they might be worth a call. You've also got the little arrow above the product name. So if you click on that little triangle, it will actually allow you to rank in alphabetical order. So you can then scroll up and down to try and find your product, which makes life a little bit easier. Okay, so that's that one, and limited availability. The next one is short dated deals. Now this is really intended for traders, but it does allow you to look at these products and say, if I'm a wholesaler, what would happen if I bought some product and was able to sell it? So we've got quetiapine here, short dated December. Now presumably this is December in the future rather than December in the past, but Mylan is saying they're charging £7 for it, which with a reimbursement price of 226 gives you a profit of £219. So it might be worth looking at this on occasion if you're involved in trading in any way. The last thing to do is to head back into the analysis section and to have a look at private. So private is when we've constructed a group of products for a client. So using the drop down here, let's just choose one as an example and click that. And that would give us a list of the average, lowest and highest prices for each of their brands, and they can filter that. So that's something we build at our end, but it's something that can be very, very useful if you've got a specific list you go through each month or each week to determine your pricing. Thank you very much for listening.